What I'd like to speak with you about today is the tight zone play and why I believe it's the most efficient sort of inside zone or downhill zone play to run because it takes advantage of the defense flowing laterally, and also it's very coordinated with its blocks. So everything's sort of in sync, and you don't have some problems that can occur if you run a little bit wider sort of A gap zone or play side inside zone relative to how the linemen are blocking it and then where the back runs. So on this tight zone, at least the tight zone I'm speaking of, I've got a few different clips to kind of get through, but it's a zone play where the backside is knocking everything down. So they may get their head inside, but they're taking their outside arm and they're pushing it this way. They want the ball to roll behind them. So everybody's, of course, stepping play side, but knowing that the ball in a perfect world is going to roll all the way behind everyone. And the running back knows this as well. He can step play side and then look to cut it back as well. There's a couple of variations of how to block the play relative to tight ends and things of that nature, or if you don't block the backside end, if it's a zone read, which I'll show. But in theory, all the plays want to roll back. So you want to get the best angles to have the ball cut back, and you want the linemen who can come off at the appropriate angles to come off at the second level. So these plays, I've got them from all sort of years. This is from a few years ago with Baltimore running this play. And I thought this was a good one because it really, I think, is a different way to block it. And they use the tight end to come across here. And take the backside 9 technique down. So play side, you see 71 capturing the backside end, knocking it down, and the tight end lined up over here being used to seal it back all the way. And also you see the backside guard and center work to the play side linebacker. So we know the ball wants to go out the back door. We like the matchup, and there it goes. Now, some other plays that I have for you, and within the same realm of I guess ideology of have the ball roll all the way back, is out of the shotgun now. I believe this is from this year. It's the same principle. You see the offensive line just looking to knock everything back. The defensive tackle backside is lined in a 3 technique, but in a perfect world, the tackle knocks the 3 technique to the guard and obviously works up to the second level. Now, this is a tough run stunt to run this play against, and that defensive end should probably be crashing a lot faster. But in theory, you see the point of what they're trying to do. They just want the ball to cut up inside to get a downhill run and to make the ball go behind everybody. If the ball on some sort of A-gap run, play side, what can often happen is you don't have the angle to linebacker, to the second level to cut the linebacker off, or the backside 3 technique is not really cut off by the tackle. He can come in and make the play, as well as if the ball were to go play side, sometimes how the center and guard are blocking the 2-eye or the shade, they're basically blocking it for rollback, even on a regular A-gap inside zone, and the ball doesn't, and therefore there can be problems. But I think you see out of this formation, the play can be run as well, and that's a common formation, in college, and even sometimes in the NFL. Same thing relative to tight zone being run out of it with the principle of rolling all the way back without even trying to make an effort to reach anyone. Now, this was a pretty cool play. Tight zone again, and they're going to line up like it's going to be a zone play to the left, to the offensive formation's left, because the wide receiver's in here tight, and then they're going to run basically inside zone right, insert the wide receiver onto number 27, and then lock the backside tight end. One of the key tenets of tight zone is if it's a backside 9, the tight end is going to block the backside 9 inside out. If it's a 7 technique, he's going to try to push it down. And here, Minnesota has a heavy run formation. They obviously have the box diagnosed appropriately. The tight end locks the backside, and the fullback basically inserts as well on the backside linebacker. And the running back knows I'm going to roll all the way behind everyone. There's no effort to reach anybody, obviously, or cut anyone off. It's just a push pass play, and it's a good play. With that said, I hope you enjoyed these clips, and I hope this made a lot of sense relative to how the tight zone play can be run extremely effectively. Thank you. Bye-bye.